Young man, listen carefully. Whether you've had experience with women, or whether you've never even known what to say when a girl looks at you for 1 second too long, this message is for you. This is for the guy who feels invisible in a room full of louder men. This is for the guy who watches other people get chosen while he gets overlooked. This is for the guy who smiles, jokes, texts back fast, tries hard, stays loyal, stays available, and still somehow ends up forgotten. And if that's you, then hear me clearly. Your problem is not that you are too behind. Your problem is that nobody ever taught you the laws of attraction beneath the surface. They taught you lines, tricks, routines, fake confidence, and social masks. But they did not teach you presence. They did not teach you restraint. They did not teach you how desire actually moves through the human mind. And what I'm going to tell you may sound like forbidden knowledge, not because it is evil, but because once a man understands it, he stops begging to be chosen. Let's begin with the hardest truth first. You cannot force genuine attraction, and you should never try to control another person's mind. A woman is not a machine with buttons. She is not a code to crack. She is not a prize locked behind the correct sequence of words. Any man who sells you that fantasy is selling desperation in a suit. And desperation, no matter how well dressed, still smells like desperation. But here is the truth most men miss. While you cannot force attraction, you can become vastly more attractive. You can become more grounded, more emotionally disciplined, more compelling, more memorable, more masculine, more calm, more rare. You can become the kind of man whose energy lingers after he leaves the room. That is the real lesson. Not how to make someone obsessed with you, but how to become so solid that the right women feel drawn toward you without you performing for crumbs. Most men think attraction begins when they start talking. It doesn't. Attraction begins before the conversation even starts. It begins in how you carry your body, how badly you need approval, how quickly you give your attention away, how stable your eyes are, how rushed your speech is, how much internal chaos leaks out of your nervous system. Before a woman hears your words, she feels your relationship with yourself. People respond to atmosphere before they respond to explanation. They notice tension before they notice intelligence. They feel insecurity before they understand your intentions. So if you look uncertain, needy, overeager, apologetic, and hungry for validation, people will feel that before you ever say hey. But if you look composed, self-contained, and unbothered by outcomes, people feel that too. Attraction is often less about the perfect sentence and more about the emotional climate around the man speaking it. A man becomes magnetic when he stops building his life around being liked. That is where everything changes. The men women remember are usually not the men trying hardest to impress them. They are the men already engaged in something larger than approval. A mission, a craft, a discipline, a standard, a life. When a man is truly moving somewhere, his energy changes. He is no longer asking, do you choose me? He is silently asking, do you fit where I'm going? That shift is subtle, but women feel it immediately, because a man with direction does not cling. He does not hover. He does not beg to be recognized. He carries himself like someone whose life already has movement. So build the man first. Build the body. Build the mind. Build the routine. Build the finances. Build the faith. Build the emotional control. Build the taste. Build the voice. Build the posture. Build the life you are proud to stand inside. Because the tragic thing about many men is not that women reject them. It is that they have neglected themselves for so long that rejection becomes proof of what they already fear. If you want a woman to feel comfortable around you, you have to remove the pressure from your energy. Neediness is pressure. It says, please validate me. Please rescue me from my loneliness. Please confirm that I am enough. Even if you never say those words out loud, that emotional demand reaches people, and it exhausts them. Women do not want to feel like your self-worth is hanging on their replies. Think about two men. One texts all day, over-explains every silence, compliments too early, agrees with everything, and acts grateful for basic attention. The other is warm but measured, interested but not frantic, present but not over-available. He asks good questions, listens well, and leaves space. The first man feels like he is trying to secure a result. The second man feels like he already has a center, and that difference changes everything. One creates pressure. The other creates room. One asks to be carried emotionally. The other feels like a man she can relax around. A lot of insecure men try to replace presence with performance. They think if they can be funny enough, loud enough, bold enough, slick enough, then attraction will happen. Sometimes that works for a moment. But performance is exhausting, and women can feel when a personality is just armor. Real depth feels different. It feels slower, cleaner, less needy, more rooted. Before asking why women are not attracted to you, ask the deeper question: what kind of emotional environment do I create when I enter a room? Do people feel tension when you arrive, or steadiness? Do they feel hunger or ease? Do they feel you are trying to take something, or do they feel you are simply there, fully alive, fully present, and fully in control of yourself? That question will tell you more than 100 pickup tricks ever could. One of the fastest ways to stand out is to stop approaching women like categories. Too many men talk to women the way salesmen talk to customers. Predictable lines, predictable compliments, predictable hunger. It feels generic because it is generic. The man who stands out is the one who pays attention. He notices tone, timing, hesitation, energy shifts, what lights her up, what closes her off, what she says with words, and what she says with silence. Real charisma is not constant talking. Real charisma is accurate attention. When a woman feels deeply seen without feeling invaded, something changes. She relaxes. She becomes curious. She feels the difference between a man trying to get something and a man who actually has perception. Ask better questions. Listen to how she answers. Don't rush to prove yourself. Let her reveal herself over time. Most people are so busy presenting themselves that they never become interesting enough to truly observe another human being. But when you can observe calmly, without forcing, without rushing, without trying to win too soon, you become far more memorable. Now let's talk about mystery, because weak men misunderstand this badly. Mystery does not mean becoming fake, cold, or manipulative. It does not mean ignoring her for 3 days because some internet clown told you that creates desire. Mystery simply means not spilling your entire soul the moment someone shows interest. It means pacing. It means emotional self-control. It means letting a connection breathe instead of flooding it. A woman should discover you in layers. Your values first, then your humor, then your ambition, then your wounds. When trust has actually been earned, oversharing too early is not vulnerability. It is poor timing. And poor timing kills attraction. Let your life unfold naturally. Let her wonder a little. Let her ask. Let there be corners of your mind that are not instantly available. People value what has shape, depth, and pacing. Scarcity alone is not attractive, but depth revealed with restraint often is. A man who reveals himself well feels grounded, not guarded. He feels mature, not theatrical. A lot of men destroy attraction through the phone before real chemistry even has a chance to grow. Texting should not become a place where you audition for the role of boyfriend. It should move things forward, keep momentum, and maintain tone. If you text constantly with no direction, you usually create one of two outcomes. Either she gets bored, or she starts enjoying your attention without taking you seriously. Here is a better frame. Text with clarity, not with panic. Instead of endless low-value messages, make your communication clean. If the vibe is good, say something simple and direct like, "I liked talking to you. Let's continue it Thursday. Coffee at 7. That communicates interest, leadership, and a life. If she is interested, great. If not, you have your answer. A strong man does not use texting to beg for signs. He uses it to create real opportunities and then lives his life in the meantime. A woman is more likely to respect you when she feels that you also have standards. Not arrogance, not hostility. Standards. Standards mean you do not tolerate disrespect just because someone is attractive. Standards mean you do not abandon your values for a pretty face. Standards mean you are kind, but not weak. Open, but not cheap. Interested, but not easily owned. This is where many men lose themselves. They put a beautiful woman on a pedestal and then start shrinking in her presence. They laugh harder than they need to. They agree too quickly. They become easier to manipulate because they are hypnotized by beauty. But beauty without character becomes expensive chaos. A mature man notices beauty, but he also watches consistency, humility, emotional stability, honesty, and how a woman treats people who cannot give her status. If you are going to become strong with women, you must make peace with rejection, not just tolerate it. Make peace with it, because a weak man experiences rejection as a collapse of identity. A stronger man experiences rejection as information. Not every woman will like you. Some will prefer a different style. Some will be emotionally unavailable. Some will be drawn to chaos because calm feels unfamiliar. Some will simply not feel chemistry. That is life. Most men are not destroyed by rejection itself. They are destroyed by the story they attach to it. I'm not attractive. I'll always be alone. Other guys are better. I missed my chance. Those stories poison your energy. A healthier response is simple. She's not interested. I respect it. I keep moving. That mindset is powerful because it protects your dignity, and dignity is attractive. Begging never is. You do not need to become a model, but you do need to stop acting like your physical presence does not matter. It matters. The body is the first house your character lives in. If your posture is collapsed, your grooming is careless, your style says I gave up, and your energy feels physically dull, then you are making attraction harder for yourself before your personality even enters the picture. So train your body. Stand upright. Slow your movements. Make eye contact without staring people down. Dress with intention. Smell clean. Speak from the chest, not the throat. Move like you have somewhere to be, but not like you are running from yourself. These things sound small, but women notice them immediately. The difference between forgettable and compelling is often a series of details most men are too lazy or too insecure to master. One of the most attractive things about a man is that his life already has motion. He has friends, he has goals, he has routines, he has responsibilities. He is not sitting around waiting for a woman to enter his world and give it meaning. He already has meaning. That creates gravity, and gravity is more powerful than pursuit. This is why some men with average looks still attract remarkable women. They are alive, they are engaged, they laugh with their friends, they lead projects, they make things, they train, they read, they build, they travel, they serve, they are involved in the world, their life has texture. Compare that to the man whose entire emotional universe becomes one girl he barely knows, who feels heavier, who feels rarer. Women are often attracted not just to a man, but to the force of life moving through him. A lot of men either become too timid or too intense. They hide their interest so well that the woman never feels any romantic energy, or they come on so strong that it feels like pressure. The better path is honest, light, grounded flirtation. Let your interest be visible, but not overwhelming. Let your words have warmth without sounding rehearsed. Let her feel that you are a man, not a nervous committee meeting inside a body. Flirting does not have to be corny. Sometimes it is just eye contact held 1 second longer, a smile that is slower and more certain, a direct compliment that isn't worshipful. You have a calm energy, I noticed that. Or you're sharper than people probably expect. Those lines work not because they are magic, but because they feel specific. The goal is not to impress her with verbal gymnastics. The goal is to create a real moment where she feels your masculine attention without feeling trapped by it. Women are often drawn to men who can lead without dominating. That means choosing the place, setting the tone, making a plan, carrying confidence, and still leaving room for her comfort and consent. Weak men either become passive and make the woman do all the emotional work, or they swing to the other extreme and become pushy. Both are unattractive. Real masculine leadership is simple. You make clear invitations. You read the room. You respect no the first time. You do not guilt, pressure, corner, or manipulate. If she leans in, you can move forward naturally. If she doesn't, you do not take it personally. The strongest men do not need to force momentum. They know chemistry cannot be negotiated. Lead the moment, yes, but never try to drag someone into a reality they are not choosing with you. Here is another hard truth. Many men are not actually attracted to women as whole human beings. They are attracted to the fantasy of what a beautiful woman will make them feel about themselves. That is why they become foolish. They are not seeing her clearly. They are seeing the ego reward they imagine she represents. Status, validation, proof, escape from loneliness, revenge on the past. And because of that, they become easy to control. If you want true power, stop worshipping beauty. Appreciate it, yes. Enjoy it, yes. But see beyond it. Ask yourself whether this woman brings peace or confusion, honesty or games, depth or emptiness. A man with purpose does not lose his mind over appearance because he already has a why. He can enjoy attraction without becoming enslaved by it. That freedom is deeply attractive because it is rare. The deepest shift happens when you stop asking, how do I get her to like me? And start asking, what kind of man am I becoming? That question changes your voice, your posture, your choices, your relationships, your standards, your confidence, and your future. Because in the end, attraction is not a trick. It is often the byproduct of becoming more whole. And this is what makes the truth feel forbidden. The world tells men to chase harder, message more, impress more, prove more, perform more. But the real path is quieter. Sharpen yourself, steady yourself, clean your mind, strengthen your body. Stop leaking desperation. Learn to speak clearly. Learn to walk away. Learn to enjoy women without worshipping them. Learn to care without collapsing. Learn to desire without losing discipline. The man who can do that does not need gimmicks. His presence starts doing the work for him. So if you came into this looking for a spell to make women obsessed with you, let me leave you with something better. Become a man worth remembering. Not because you manipulated emotions, not because you played games, but because when people met you, they felt steadiness, depth, direction, self-respect, clean intent, a life in motion. That kind of man may not attract every woman, but he will never have to beg the right one to see him. He will not be perfect, but he will be real. He will not be for everyone, but he will be undeniable to the people who value substance. And that is a far more powerful life than chasing shallow approval from people who were never aligned with him to begin with. So build quietly. Improve relentlessly. Stay warm, but do not become weak. Stay open, but do not become easy to own. Stay ambitious, but do not become performative. Become a man whose inner world is so ordered that his outer presence feels effortless. Because once that happens, you stop trying to convince people to value you. They feel it without being told. And if this gave language to something you felt for a long time but could never fully explain, then carry it with you. Not as a script to perform, but as a standard to live. Because we are not here to build desperate men who chase attention. We are here to build grounded men who carry weight, move with purpose, and become impossible to ignore for the right reasons.